name is Sprayson. I work in Finance and Legal Services Directorate. My involvement with property asset transfer is to provide legal advice, provide support at project board meetings, and just to make sure that the council's interest is protected, and also to ensure that the property asset transfer is a success for the community organisation. My involvement with the Property Transfer Assets Management Scheme is attending programme board meetings with colleagues throughout the council. This has enabled me to have an insight into the type of leases that the council is looking to grant community organisations and to help them decide whether they want to grant leases or licences. The fundamental point was to decide whether we were going to go down freehold or leasehold disposals. So again, I was giving advice as to whether the pros and cons for the council, whether to go leasehold or freehold. For the last 20 years I've dealt with leasehold interests, granting leases and taking leases on behalf of the council. Being involved with the asset transfer programme brings in a different aspect to leasehold transactions, having to protect the council's interests and also the community organisation. There will be requests from the organisations to make variations to the leases to make the whole programme a success for them. This will include variations along the subletting, so they can create sublettings to benefit the community. From a legal perspective, the property asset transfer brought with it a number of challenges. We were moving away from the normal restrictive landlord and tenant commercial covenants to a more flexible approach to create a lease to our community organisations that would work for them and be beneficial to the community. Each lease will differ depending on the nature of the building and the identity of the applicant. Restrictive covenants affecting the freehold title will also have to be borne in mind when negotiating the lease. The benefits to Coventry City Council under the policy will be that each property that is subject to an asset transfer will be governed by a formal lease setting out clear expectations on the part of the landlord and the tenant, so that hopefully this will minimise disputes in the future and create the smooth operation and running of that property.